Yo, what is going on, everybody? Finally back streaming. What do we got going on? Hot shot. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I forgot that was in there. Hot shot 5322. I'm guessing that's Diego. It looks like Diego. Can you confirm, Diego? Is that you? Try to rip off this tag without it breaking. Whew. Got it. I'm at 4,600 units now. Dude, that's crazy. I'm only at 32. I didn't grind it all last week, though. I really didn't touch arenas like I should have been. But, it happens. It happens. Look at this sick shirt I got. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this thing's fire. Punisher and Daredevil. What's up, Kenzer? Yo, play Forza. I thought about it, but I've been playing that so much the past couple of days. I'm burnt out of it. I need a break. I got you, Diego. I'm probably going to call you Diego forever, just because it's like locked in my brain. But yeah, back to Forza. I mean, I'll pull up my stats here. I'm already at 2 days playtime. I'm trying to get all the achievements, but I almost have that game like completely done. I didn't even get. I'm already further into Forza Horizon 6 than I was in Horizon 5. But I had played Horizon 5 for like I had 8 days on it. I just like drove around and stuff. But this game I've been grinding. Let's hop into it. I don't care how far we get today. I just wanted to stream for a little bit. We probably won't finish both arenas. We'll probably just finish one and call it a day. And my dog got his ball back. Great. We'll do the wave one. What else you been up to? That's about it. Playing Forza, and working. I didn't really care to make any videos on the game because nothing's came out in the game. I ended that series that I was making, so I just kind of stopped making videos. Just I don't know. I didn't want to make slop, I guess. But I had a couple series in mind that I wanted to make, but collectives are in arenas now. Oh, that's cool. He's blue collar. Oh yeah. Hard working. You're working with me tomorrow or the next day. When we get a carburetor for that wood splitter, you're going to put it on and I'm going to watch you. You're going to learn how to put on a carburetor. Then we're going to split wood all summer. It's an easy way to... It's not easy to make money, but people need wood. So... You are. You are. I don't know if it's tomorrow or when it'll be, but once we get a carb for that thing, you're throwing it on and I'll watch. I'll spectate as you throw it on. Not hard at all. I already took off the air filter in the housing, so you literally just got to take off the carburetor, drain the fuel. I can't believe this dude put 3 shields down. It's kind of wicked. pushing me special 3. I haven't played this game in a little bit. I'm gonna walk in. She gets a regen on her special 3? I didn't know that. I'm not a big shield guy though, so. She's very tanky though. Holy crap. Cork is horrible on attack. He got buffed and he's still so bad. I guess not horrible, but like, I don't know. Atuma got a way better buff on attack. What's up, Class Legend? See, I told you I'd stream today. Excited for upcoming events? Yeah, this whole month just sounds great. Last month I didn't have much content to make just because there wasn't much content in the game, but this coming month looks sick. I'm so ready for it. Like it's nothing like crazy like new act content or anything like that, but it's enough to where I'm hyped. I got hit by that somehow. I really want Pig. I really want that Ascended Pig. Or 7-star Archangel would be pretty cool too, but like if I had an option, I want to pick that Pig up. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I'm going to try to do my best to get that Ascended Pig. I want a rank 5 Ascended 2 Pig. He would go up to rank 5 if I got that A2 for him. Because Pig was my first R4, and I just haven't taken him up just because Spider-Woman's a thing, and I just find Spider-Woman to be better at what Pig does. Pig is still great. I just haven't taken him rank 5 yet, but he's one of my favorite characters. But that A2, when they announced that, I was like jumping for joy. Not really, but I was super happy that they announced that. How many Titan stars have you saved up? I think I have 12 Titans. I'll look after this. 33k units for Archangel. I don't really care about Archangel. I love Archangel. He's a very great character, and I called that, by the way. I said in one of the next few events, Archangel would be released. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I called that crap. I need to find the clip in one of my streams, but I called it. I said one of the next few events, Archangel will be released. But that being said, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I don't really care to get Archangel. I would want him, and if I got him, I would take him up to at least rank 4. But I'm more worried about the Pig. If I get an Ascended 2 Pig, he's going up to rank 5, and like, I don't know. The Pig, he's one of my favorite characters. So I couldn't not take him up. Even though I already have rank 5 in the science class. I don't really care. Also, Dust. She is like shot up on my rank 5 list. I think I want to take up Dust too. I love Dust after that little gameplay showcase I made on her. I was going to say, he's not dying. I don't think A1. I want to go for A1 no matter what on the Pig. But A2, depending on how much it is, I would like to go for it. But yeah, Archangel, it's cool. Like, he's a very great champion. And, like, if I got him, of course, yes, I would rank him up. But I don't see myself, like, go. If there was a selector, I'd select the Pig. Just because I love Spider-Ham so much. It's not a smart decision. If you had a selector, I still would probably say choose Archangel, but I don't care. I'm a Pig fan. Resets. Take this off. Reset it again. There we go. All right. Now we're fully ramped. We can do some stuff. Really should have done arenas last week too. I had nothing to do, but whatever. You think it's too late for AR, or would he still be? He's still gonna be very relevant. Oh, this is dust. Whatever. He's gonna be one of the better 7-stars in the game. I don't think it's gonna be a box. I think they're gonna do it kind of like how they did Kingpin and Absman, where they're gonna be just in track objectives and then like milestones and the rewards. Like when you spend a certain amount of units on the actual bundles, you probably get a selector between them or something like that. There's probably not going to be a box because they don't have other champions that they'd put in that box. They only have those two. So I think it's going to be a mix between like the banquet and kind of how 4th of July always is. I'll pull it up from last year, but like Human Torch, you only got from buying all the milestones and then using all those units. I think you got them awakened. That was how you got them awakened. But usually that's how it is for these events. I think... Oh, never mind. You already said that. Silly me. But yeah, going back to Archangel, he's not too late. Archangel is so great in the fact that he has ability action reduction. And like unless you're immune to one of the effects, it's just such great damage. He still does a lot of current day matchups as a 6-star very, very well. As a matter of fact, he's one of the best Dark Phoenix counters in the game, especially now becoming a 7-star. Just because of his ability accuracy reduction with the neurotoxins. Okay, fine. I do think, like, I was thinking about it, if I had one champion from each class, like, I was thinking about the tech class. Ghost would be probably one of the champions I'd want in the game as a 7-star, but, like, someone like Ghost, I don't feel like I would pay thousands of dollars for. I'm not saying I'd pay thousands of dollars for any champion in the game, but if you know what I mean. Like, Ghost should have been a champion that was released in one of the first events. I think Ghost is very good, but I think she's very out of meta, and like I don't see how she could fit in today's current meta and like shake things up. That is, oh, he's immune to Rupture. I forgot about that. But that being said, Ghost is still a very solid character. But someone like Ghost, if they released alongside Archangel, you're never choosing Ghost over Archangel. I thought he was having. This fight sucks. Saw a post on Twitter. I think 52% of champs can get neuroed. Yeah, I mean that's doesn't seem like a lot because I mean that's half the champions in the game, but his target matchups he is very good for, and basically anybody that can get neuroed is a target matchup for him. Also with 7-star, he's gonna get block penetration like stat focuses, so he's gonna have block proficiency stat focuses, so you're gonna be able to take those hits into block because that's what you want to do with Archangel, and you won't get as punished. This fight kind of sucks. Die. Dude. There we go. Whew, that was a really annoying fight. He will be in July sale or in June events. What do you mean? Archangel? Yeah, he will. And Kinzer's on YouTube now. Nice. Go ahead and hit that sub button, buddy. I think we're at 760 subs, so That's not good. I kind of goofed here. It's fine, though. Crit. Ha. I'm trying to think. If I could have one champion from each class become a 7-star. Ham and Archangel? Yeah, they'll be in the July 4th sales that are coming out in a couple weeks. They're like 3 or 4 weeks out. I am subbed on my team. Oh, good. Good boy. But you guys pick one champion from each class. I'm trying to think off the top of my head if I had one champion from each class. Like, obviously, Cosmic would be Cosmic Ghost Rider. Mutant. Is there a mutant champion that's like... there's not a good mutant champion per se. So that one's hard. Science. What's a good science champion? Like, it's really just like CGR, Archangel, Electro, maybe? Electro, if they gave him a little bit of a buff, like on attack, give him a little bit of attack buff. But like, Kate from skill, yeah, of course. But there's a couple classes that like, and then Tech would obviously be Ghost, but like Ghost compared to Archangel and CGR and Kate, she's just not in the same realm, in my opinion. Like, I think those three are really great. Okay, you're getting a little out of hand. I think if CGR was a 7-star, he'd probably be the best character in the game. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of crazy, but... Oh, I guess Archangel is a mutant. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh, duh. So Mystic. Mystic is what I meant to say earlier. Now that I'm thinking back on what I said. Mystic is what I meant to say. There's not a Mystic character that's like... I guess Mephisto. Doom, he's getting a Stellar Forge variant, so I don't consider Doom. Quake, she would become a 7-star. She's not getting her same. She's gonna get the magic treatment. She's gonna get a new kit. There's no way. She's just too busted. It's impossible to die with Quake. You can Quake literally anything. She can do any matchup in the game, as long as they can be stunned. But even at that, she still can do any matchup. It just would take longer if they can't be stunned. But Quake, she's never becoming a 7-star with her current kit. Of course, when they buff it, then yeah. Or when they change it, then yeah, she will. But also, I did the Blade thing the other day. I took him to rank 3. Rank 3 Ascended Blade. It's pretty fun. He's pretty good, actually. I was underrating him a little bit. I actually kind of like him. I don't think he's better than Stellar Forge Star-Lord, but... Oh, I forgot about Green Goblin. I called that too. I didn't really necessarily call it right on the nose, but like, I did say if they were going to pick a science character, Green Goblin would be up there on my list. I really wanted Science Beast, though. I was really hoping it would be Science Beast, but I guarantee you can lock this in. You guys can clip this, do whatever you want with it. I guarantee the next champion will be a Mutant Scarlet Witch or a Tech Black Widow. I promise you, that's what it's gonna be. There's no way it's something else. I don't believe it's gonna be something else. I just can't fathom. What's up, Adrian? But those are my two guesses. It obviously can be something else, but like those just make sense because they were all once meta-relevant characters. Which I don't remember a time when Green Goblin was meta-relevant, but he was annoying when he first came out, so I guess that's the case. But that was the theme, that they were all characters that were once meta-relevant or like had some type of like say in the game. So it's got to be Scarlet Witch or Black Widow. Plus, they haven't had a female yet. They're gonna have to have a female. They always have at least one female and one male and stuff like this. Um, so it's got to be Scarlet Witcher. It might be like I was thinking maybe a mutant Kamala Khan was another one, but like they're not bringing Kamala Khan in the game. Nobody's gonna be hyped to see Kamala Khan. I would because I like her in the MCU, but. Like a tech Black Widow would be so sick. But the only thing is they're not changing the animations. So like I don't know how a tech Black Widow would necessarily work with her animations. Like a mutant Scarlet Witch, it would just be the same animation. She would just be mutant and she would just have really big special damage. I could see how her kit would work, but like a tech Black Widow, I don't know how that would work necessarily. Bruh, you suck. No, you suck. You should start playing this game. I'll carry you. I can't really carry you, but I can be moral support. I was trying to play Forza with you the other day. I sent you an invite. I don't think you got it though, or maybe that's when Corbin was playing. But game? What do you mean game? You lock in on Forza. You got the gold wristband yet? You got the gold stamp? Didn't think so. You got the GTR? Didn't think so. I want 7-star. Okay, Red Mags. That's a good one. Okay. I knew there was another. I couldn't think of it, though. I knew there was another mutant that I was thinking of. Red Mags is a very solid option. So now, like, this coming up Banquet, I can see. I just don't see what they would release in Science. Let's look at this after this. Because Mags, we'll say Mephisto, CGR, Kate, Ghost, and then we're missing a Science character. But that could be the lineup for Banquet this year. I could genuinely see that being a lineup for like Banquet or something. But there's not a Science character that is necessarily good that's not a 7-star. Besides like Electro has some form of utility just in the fact that he's annoying on defense. I don't know. I think if I lock it, like these are the characters that aren't 7 stars besides Spider-Man. Like maybe Gladiator Hulk if they give him a little bit of a buff, but like it would have to be Gladiator Hulk or like Electro. But I could see that being the box this year for Banquet. That'd be sick. I think all the champions are. Oh, what's the name? I'll pull it up. Just this Marvel Contest of Champions. 105 hours. That's very skewed. There was a lot of times when editing videos, this game would just be open. I don't think I genuinely have 105 hours on PC. At least on Steam. If you combine when it wasn't on Steam last year, I probably have close to 105 hours on this game as a whole. But that is very skewed because when you open the game, your playtime goes up on Steam. And there's been so many times where I'm just sitting in the lobby like for literal hours. It's addicting. When I first played it, when I was actually younger, way younger than you. I was like Corbin's age. When I first played it, I was so addicted to this game. Especially nowadays, it's even more addicting because the early game is way easier and way more fun because you get better rewards nowadays than you did back then. The early game is like so fun to do. You can get it on your phone, and you can play it on your phone. It's way easier to play on the phone. Way, way, way easier. But if you started playing it, Kinzer, you've never really played it. So playing it on PC would theoretically be just as easy as playing it on a phone. But I have literal so many hours on it on a phone. What if they plan new champions release around Doomsday? I was thinking that. I hope they plan like next month. I'm hoping it's Tombstone and Man Spider. That's what I've been hoping that forever. I hope it's Tombstone and Man Spider as the champion releases. And Man Spider, make him a mutant so we finally have a Spider-Man in every single class. But those are my hopes for next. And plus, I love Tombstone. Tombstone's so sick. He's such an underrated villain. I'm blanking on his name right now. I know his name. If somebody said it, I would know it. I just can't. What is his name? Does anybody know Tombstone's comic book name? Wait, this is the game you used to play on your phone? I've been trying... Yes, this is the game I still play on my phone, yeah. Marvel Contest of Champions. Very fun. This is where a lot of my knowledge... You forgot Hercules and Cosmic? CGR is better. CGR is better, Cosmic Champion. Hercules is very good. And I want to make an updated gameplay showcase on him. Just because I was kind of hating on him a little while back. And I kind of want to set the record straight that he's still very, very solid. But I think CGR is a better, more meta-relevant now. But yeah, you said something. I'm not familiar with Banquet event, but can you tell me, can we also get previous Banquet champions like Yondu? Not yet. They will eventually, like, in the next coming months with, like, event crystals, kind of like the Pump It Up Saga, that 7-star crystal you can get, or the Valiants, they have champions that are not in the base pool. So they'll kind of be rationed out in crystals like that, special event crystals. But they won't hit the base pool for a while. I would say probably next year, probably around next February, next March would be when they hit the base pool. But they usually stay rare for a long time. Maybe not even that long because 7 stars have been out for so long. But yeah. Like, Yondu and Super Scroll were in the Cyber Weekend, and then Hulkling and those champions were in Banquet. All those champions, I would say Yondu and Super Scroll have a good chance of coming to the base pool quicker than Hulkling does, per se. Because, like, Hulkling's so good. I can't imagine my account without Hulkling, too. I was thinking about that. Like, if I didn't have as much units as I did on Banquet, like, how would I get through stuff? Oh, here's the pig, the man of the hour. We love the pig. Die. I don't know how we never have gotten Stormbreaker Thor or Cap with Mjolnir. They missed it crazy. Yeah, I don't think they'll ever release it again. Because that's just like... It is popular. Like, if they released those today, they would get a lot of buzz. But, like, during Infinity War is when those should have came out. And I'm under the circumstance, or I'm under the thought process that Captain America's name should be Nomad. It should not be Captain America Infinity War. I know they did that with Iron Man. In Iron Man, it kind of makes sense just because he didn't really have a name. But Captain America is literally Nomad in the comics. Or it's like Captain America Nomad. Or I think maybe they just call him Nomad in the comics. When he is that scruffy face, scruffy beard, running from the government type of person. That's Nomad. They should have just named him Nomad. That'd be sick. I mean, it's such a weird gripe. Like, I don't care. It doesn't change my opinion on that character. Captain America Infinity War, but... I love my Hulkling. Yeah, I can't imagine not playing the game with the 7-star Hulkling now. But yeah, like Stormbreaker Thor, they should have just done that with Thor Ragnarok. Like, nobody would have cared if you just would have gave him a Stormbreaker. I mean, I don't know. But like Cap with Mjolnir, they still could release it. It just wouldn't be near as popular. But in-game is getting re-released with new scenes or deleted scenes or something in September. So maybe that would be sick. I just don't see them doing that. But we don't have a good Captain America besides Nomad, who is kind of decent. But that would be pretty cool to have Captain America with Mjolnir. Make him like a cosmic Captain America. I don't know what class he'd be, actually, but he would have to be cosmic with Mjolnir. I will say, though, the Thor buff is pretty nice. I really like the Thor buffs. Are there any rare champions that can make the base pool this year? There's not really any more rare champions that aren't in the base pool like that. Like, the rare champions that aren't in the base pool are champions that will never be in the base pool. So, like, Vision, Kang, OG Thanos, those champions are never going to be in the base pool. They're not in the 6-star base pool. They're never going to be in, well, yeah, they're not in the 6-star base pool, I don't believe. They're just not going to be in the 7-star base pool. Or like someone like Jessica Jones, Weapon X, those champions will never be in the base pool. Everybody else is really in the base pool, other than the event champions. And they will eventually become base pool champions. Like Ultron was in an event. The Omega Days champions were in an event. And they just got added to the base pool like a few months back. I don't know how long it was. But so eventually all those champions will be. But as of now, they're not. But there's no like rare champions that are bad champions. They're just rare that are not in the base pool. I guess that answered your question. Like Civil Warrior was the one that's in the base pool that really sucks. Or Carnage. He's not the greatest, but they're in the base pool. Those champions can become base pool champions. I really do see them now that collectives are a thing, because I've always wondered how they're going to add like champions like Taskmaster as a 7-star, because nobody cares about Taskmaster. Or OG Moon Knight. Like, how are they going to add that character as a 7-star? But now that collectives is a thing, I could see them just adding those champions in the base pool whenever they want. Because that would just boost collectives. Like, and I would be happy if those champions came in the game. If they came in the base pool, I'd be very, very stoked, because I get to get more collective ranks. So I always wondered how they're going to do that, but collectives kind of like, they kind of figured it out with collectives. Because now you just get those random champions that suck, like Drax, 7-star Drax. Nobody's going to care about Drax, but that's more collective points. I can see Yondu come. Oh, well, yeah. Yondu will become a base pool champion eventually. But those champions I just named off are champions that have never been in the base pool ever. And they never will be in the base pool. They're always locked behind paywalls. Like Jessica Jones or Weapon X. They'll never be in the base pool. They're not necessarily even that great of champions. They're just rare champions. W. Kinzer. You got the game. You have to, like, stream it on Discord, not to just watch you play it. I can give you my binds, too. I don't know if these are the best binds, but these are what I figured were greatest compared to, like, Mortal Kombat and stuff. But, whoa, they changed his icon. Heimdall's icon is, like, different now. That's sick. I like that. Way more. It looks like Heimdall. It's just a little change, but it's so cool. I like when they do stuff like that. Cap Britain should be in base pool at least. Though I think those champions are the next to be added. So the romance champions, the next time, not the next time, but the time after that, I could see, like, not when this Titan gets added, not this Titan rotation. So, like, not next week, but the next time after that, the base pool updates, I could see those champions getting added to the normal base pool, because there's not crazy champions in there. Like, I want a 7-star Star-Lord. I can't get him because I didn't spin on that event. And Captain Britain obviously is so good. If this dude does not decide to throw a special, it's gonna make me mad. Oh, I dashed back. I didn't dash back in time, I guess. I want Sentinel Ascended. Me too. Sentinel was my first tech rank 4, if you guys wanted to know. Fun fact, I guess. But yeah, Captain Britain, those romance champions, like Mr. Fantastic, I think is already in. He's not in the base pool. He's in the Ascended base pool. So you can get him theoretically if you open the 7-star Ascension Crystal. But those champions will become the base pool soon, I would say. They're not like crazy good champions, so there's no reason to hold them back. You know what I mean? And those are, yeah, I think Black Widow, Clairvoyant is actually a very solid champion, but like nothing crazy in today's current meta. So she should be added to the base pool. Plus, Captain Britain has been out for so long. She does not still need to be behind a paywall. it was only $30 and it was a pass you had to do. It was just a pass, but still, it does kind of suck because she is one of the better mutant characters in the game. She's top 5 easy because she's just so good on defense and she's very solid on attack too. Same guy again, huh? So that was also my first rank 4 tech. His second life is... Yeah, he's a very solid questing champion. He's definitely fallen out of the meta just because there's been so many techs do come out. So nobody really remembers Sentinel. Plus, like you've been saying, he's not in the base pool. So nobody ever pulls him. No, well, actually, I think he is in the base pool. But he just got added recently. So, like, nobody ever really pulls him, so they don't really think about him. But Sentinel is a very great champion. He's one of the best questing characters in the game. He just has so many great immunities, a very simple rotation, very easy to ramp. That second life is very great for questing. So, yeah, he's a very solid character. He's also one of the better tech defenders in the game because there's not really a direct counter to Sentinel. Who's the best Mystic in the game? Nico or Absman. I personally would say Absman. I like him a little bit more, but it's one of those two. Doctor Doom is also up there, but he's a 6-star locked. If he wasn't, he would easily be the best. If we're just talking best character in the game, any star level, it's probably Doctor Doom. But like, if you're in the highest meta, it's definitely Absman or Nico. Absman, I would say, is not as easy to play. Nico's a little bit easier to play. She's just not as crazy on attack as Absman, but she's such a great defender. And she just has solid utility, so... Strange. Strange is also a very good option, too. I would say Strange is arguably probably the best for any player in the game because he has such an easy rotation. You kind of play Strange however you want. There's not an easy or hard way to play Strange. You just kind of play him. So I could see him being one of the best. But I would say if you are a decent player, Nico's useless against poison immune champs. Not really. She has the fire. Also, I'm pretty sure she has acid burn against Cosmics. Against Cosmics, I think she gets acid burn when they're poisoned, so she can fight any Cosmic in the game. But yes, against poison or like if you can't put that debuff on her, then yeah, she is not as great. No, but there's a way to work around that for most fights. Get up there. Yeah, look at this. I actually had a good idea. Dude, my dog is so dumb. He just went outside. I don't know how long ago. Go, Chip. I might have to take him outside here in a second. No. No. My eyeball nukes her. Yeah, I mean, you can, if you're poison immune, it's a very easy fight when she's on defense. Or, yeah, when she's on defense, you just bring a poison immune character. Do you play other games besides this? I'm sorry. Okay. What's up, Corbin? Usually it's the only game I stream. I don't really care to stream anything else. I play everything else kind of at my own leisure. I had thought about streaming Forza, though. Just because Forza is just so easy to play and, like, talk to everybody. But... If you guys are on YouTube and you want to, I have my Twitch link down in the description. You guys can get drops. I believe this round of drops um, is any streamer. So you should be able to watch my stream and get drops. But that's only if you want them. Thor Ragnarok does come out in a couple days. I'm hype. What are your thoughts on towers? I don't really know yet, just because I always feel like the way they explain stuff doesn't really do it justice. Like, the way with Coliseum, I didn't know anything about Coliseum until I actually played it, so I didn't really have an opinion on it. Just with towers, it's cool that there's a new game mode. Hopefully it does work great off rip, but I don't really have an opinion. I'm just glad there's a new game mode, so I'm very happy in that sense, but I don't really know yet. Oh, he's not ramped, duh. Does look fun, but I have to kind of, I don't know. Well, let's see. Sucker. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited that there's a new game mode. I'm not necessarily excited for that exact game mode just because I don't know anything about it. But they said you have to have skill and you have to have a big roster. I like to think I have both of those things. So, Daily War Radiance is big W for me. What do you mean? Huh. Worked out. You know, not how I meant for that fight to go. Kind of happens though. Dude, are we serious? You didn't eat the SP3? Really? I think I'm dead here. Because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I'm not. Somehow, some way, we're still alive, boys. And I forgot he's in. Yeah, duh. Huh. Hey, but that regen got nullified. Haha. Long shot. You goat. My Twitch is lagging so much, it's like 4 minutes behind. Probably because the internet. Your internet sucks. I don't think you can't connect to mine either. Aw, this sucks. I'm gonna have to fight him with them. We're just gonna have to hope we nuke them. Future, we will get radiant. Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, they're gonna get rid of all other currencies besides radiance. I will say he looks so sick. He's definitely the better looking Stellar Forge, but I don't think he's as good as Star Lord. Oh yeah, duh. He goes. Why? Thank you. This is great light reach. YouTube works, but not Twitch. Twitch just takes too much. Like, it takes too much to run. YouTube doesn't take as much. What's up, Flying Chicken? It's been a while. It's going great today. We're just doing some arenas. I meant for that to be an SP2, but it's fine. He's dead anyways. What would you do for 20 gifted? I don't know. Do anything, I guess. you should get Rust. Nah. I've tried it. I don't really care much. It's fun to watch, but like, I don't know. I just don't see myself grinding Rust ever. Finally explored Deck 9 today with my first ever rank 5 and got Mystic. I'm deciding between Nico and Shrothra. Well, Nico, definitely the meta option, but Shrothra would be sick, and it would deal with all those Ascended 2 Maestros that you ever have to deal with. Jam-packed with exams recently. I'll never have to take another one of those again. We're excited for the next Titan. Hopefully I can get Ruby in rank 5. I'm pretty excited for the next Titan. I would say the Titan right now is probably going to be the worst it's been in a while. I think the champions that are coming out of the Titan, even though I have them all and they're all pretty high sig just because I've opened so many Titans, are some of the greatest champions that we've had in recent times. But it still is going to be a great Titan, and I don't really know who I want. I want Maddie, but I really, really want the new champion that's coming out next month. The new, I forgot her name already. The new Cosmic. I really want that one. So, like, part of me kind of wants to save my Titans for the next Titan pool, which is kind of crazy, but Ruby is pretty solid. Rank 5 Ruby would be sick. Her attack loop is very cool. I like that it's very unique. But, who is, let me look up, who is going in the Titan exactly? Okay, Google AI, let's see what you got. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Dr. Bong is not going in there. It's going to be Rhino, which is eh. Phylavel. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I really like Phylavel. I also don't mind Shatterstar, but I really liked Phylavel's deep dive. Usually, I'm kind of underwhelmed with a lot of champions' deep dives. I don't really find deep dives. I think it's a great way to go over their kit. I just think the way they play it is not the greatest. But like Wave, I want Wave. I want everybody in this Titan. I will get all these champions hopefully for collectives. But like Madeline Pryor, very good, definitely the top option. Pixie, don't really care about that much. Ruby Thursday, I also wouldn't mind Ruby Thursday, but I don't care as much. I don't think I'd rank her up. Ghost Rider, I would think is pretty cool. Wave is actually I would think Wave is probably my second most wanted actually. I really want Wave. Now the next Titan is going to be great. I'm still yet to pull Heimdall from the Titan, so I have. The thing is, I only need these 6 champions that are coming. Actually, 5. I already have. What's it called? Rhino. I think I'm Awakened too, but of those 5 champions, like 2 of them I think are very good, and then Ghost Rider is solid, and I think the other, I guess Ruby Thursday is a very good champion. I just find Pixie kind of underwhelming. I also haven't seen much gameplay on Pixie though. Just what I've seen is kind of underwhelming, so it could change my opinion based on if I get her or not or whatever. But part of me really kind of wants to save for the next Titan because Phylavel and Shatterstar are arguably both better. Like they would be right behind. They would be the 3 and 4 spot in this new Titan. Oh wow, that was neat. They would be right behind Madeline Pryor and Wave for me. And I would say Phyla-Vell is probably ahead of Wave. And I haven't even seen what she can do, but Shatterstar would probably be behind Wave. But like those two characters in it already makes me kind of want the Titan. But I'll probably just open these crystals that I have saved up on live stream or make a video on it, and then I probably won't open any more. Maybe, depending on if I can get them all. I really want them all though. Not gonna lie, if I get Ruby and Madeline, I might just stop for Phyla. If I get Ruby, Madeline, if I get Ghost Rider, Madeline, basically if I get the 4 and not Pixie, I wouldn't mind. So like if I pop 5 or spin out 5 and I get all the new champions, I probably would stop. Yes. Tanner, question coming from someone who wants Elder ASAP in order, easiest to hardest. Which creative challenges should I be doing first? I would start off with the Abyss, and then I'd go to Ordeal, and then I would go to the Gauntlet. The Abyss, it doesn't matter which one you do first. They're both relatively easy. I would say if you got Onslaught, then the Ordeal Villains run is going to be easier than the Heroes. But I would say Abyss, you just do that. Whichever one, do both of those first. They're both pretty easy. Then Ordeal, I would say do Villains and then Heroes. But both of those are pretty self-explanatory and not that bad. But the Gauntlet is basically where you'll spend most of your revives and your units and stuff. The Gauntlet is pretty difficult. Oops, I don't mean to do that. Let's do this. But that's how I would do it. I, of course, did them every week they launched, so I didn't do it that way. I actually did Ordeal. Then it was Abyss because I was doing them as they were launching, but... But, like, you have Serpent, you have Onslaught, you have Juggernaut, who is good for most of that content in the villain stat. And you have other champions that are not, that I didn't mention, that are still very good. Like, Juggernaut's really just good for the Gauntlet, but he can do most fights in the Gauntlet. But, like, Serpent and Onslaught are just such great characters for that challenge, because they just do everything. Thanks for the follow, Corbin. Just popped up, but thank you. Ask multiple people about how much do you think he would be unit wise? I'm thinking 15 to 18k for him and 10k for him. I'm thinking 33k. Someone said it earlier. 30 to 36k is probably going to be what Archangel is. He's probably going to be the max reward. That is to get him and awaken him. I would say that's probably it. Or I would say probably around $500 would be to get Archangel and awaken him. I think Ham is going to be a little less. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work, but I just really want Ham. And I failed to intercept. I just want an A2 Ham so I can take him to rank 5. That'd be so much damage. Oh. No! No! Dude! They said 1 copy of each champ in the solo milestone. So that is... Yeah, and then the web track is where you get the other copy. That's how they usually do it. I'm assuming they're going to do the Ascensions, like the bundles. So you're going to get like 2 tokens. Kind of like how they just did the Metamorphosis of it. For Pig, it's going to be 2 tokens for the first time you get him and 2 tokens for the second time you get him. And then Archangel, of course, is going to be... It's kind of like how Human Torch was last year. You can get 1 from the milestones, and then you get the other one from the web track. So, I'm also super low on revives, like basically none, so I'm going to have to wait regardless before I start creating this Act-Night Exploration 8 Apple. I would say Abyss, you can do Reviveless. The Collector is kind of hard, but if you have Onslaught, like Onslaught slows that fight very, very easy. But like all the path fights in Abyss, they're just long, but they're not difficult at all. especially if you watch guides on them. I would say 25K is a very, very conservative number, but that might get you Archangel. But still at that, because we can pull up last year, which they did change it since then. The milestones and stuff have been a little bit more rewarding nowadays because they had a big issue with it last year. People weren't spending as much. So the milestones aren't as bad as last July 4th, but they still going to be pretty pricey, especially for Archangel. I would say Human Torch had a little bit more hype around him, though. Well, that's what I was just saying, Sam. I think the 36K mark kind of gets you everything in the event, and that's what it usually is. So that's why I kind of took it back and said 25K would be a good estimate for it. I don't think it's going to be anything under than 20, unfortunately. I think 20 is going to be around $500 worth of stuff. Is probably around 400 to 500 is what you're going to have to spend to get Archangel. But we can look at last year's and kind of see. I think the average player does it itemless. Forgot to mention I only got an A1 Nolden Ring 4, and I know he's great for certain Karinas fights. He's very good for the Abyss, too. But yeah, I did my hero and villain basically itemless. I think I died on the hero collector a couple of times. I had to use like 2 revives on that, but like everything else, I basically did itemless for that. It was not that bad. We were gonna pull up last year's stuff. I mean, last year Yondu was 15K for the dupe in the first copy, and Abzan was 15K too. So maybe I could see. Okay, but Archangel, this is their only way of making money this event too. You got to think, Absman, they had the box, and they have Absman and Kingpin as a way to make money. This way, they only have Archangel / Pig, and I don't know how that's gonna work either. But this is last year's. Purchase all 8 bundles. But yeah, this last year sucked, by the way. This Heat Wave wasn't very good. But, oh, nope. Yeah, that's a lot of units last year. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, last year it was about 28,000 units. So, honestly, I would say 15 to 20K. I'm not looking at last year. Probably would get you pretty far in the event. I don't know, though. We'll have to see. Yeah, I would try the Abyss. Especially if you get itemless all the way to the collector, I would. Yeah, it's not that bad, but. But also, I know nothing about the event, so don't take my word like as set in stone. But I think that Pig and that Archangel are just gonna be worth so much, though, just because I just don't see how they do them both. I really hope. I would be fine with this selector, but then again, I wouldn't because I kind of want them both. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't really care, though. I want to get Pig. I will get an Ascended 1 Pig. However, whatever means necessary, we're getting an Ascended 1 Pig. I don't know how or what we have to do or what. Yeah, you guys get the idea. We're getting Pig. Don't know how, but it's going to happen. But Kabam, they kind of held back. Like, the Metamorphosis event was a lot of units, and I think that was too much units for that event. But, like, I don't know. I think Banquet was actually kind of fair. Banquet was actually pretty fair, I would say, for spenders. So, we'll just have to see.
this is like one of their bigger events of the year. I would say July 4th is actually theoretically, it's not better than Cyber Weekend, but I always say you get more bang for your buck on July 4th. But yeah, it can't be. That's why I just don't know how they're gonna do it. Like, how are they gonna have two? I already said if it's between A1 and Archangel, I'm picking Ham. But if it's that selector, then I'm going all in for the A2. I just want Ham because yeah, I want to send in Ham because I want to take him to rank 5. But I think there's going to be 2 copies of Ham. There's going to be 2 copies of Archangel. There's going to be one on the web track and one on the milestones. The one on the web track is going to be probably the one you spend on, and the one of the milestones is obviously going to be the units one. That being said, free-to-play players that just have a bunch of units can theoretically get them for free or whatever. A2 is only in the store. I would say, yeah, you can only get A2 by spending. But it depends on how much it is if I'm willing to go. Because, I mean, I don't know if I'm willing to go spend any money. But, yeah. Dude, Iron Man is such a tank. I'm glad I took him to rank 5. I wonder how much they're going to price him. Because I really want that A2. Like, A2 rank 5 pig is going to be so nuts, guys. Think about the power stings. You just kill everything. And, like, nobody really is immune to power sting besides Dr. Bong now. But if you can't shrug debuffs off, he's just going to be so good for everybody. But there's going to be 1 copy of the milestones, one in the web check, yeah. I would say Pig is probably going to be priced around $250 in the milestones, maybe $300, and I would say Archangel is probably going to be $500, maybe $400. It would be halfway for Pig and all the way for Archangel. That's probably how it's going to be in the milestones too. Also, dang, these degens. I think I'm dead. Oh, never mind. We barely got out of that somehow, some way. I don't think he's immune to ham stings though. Technically, isn't a power sting. No one's. He's immune to all forms of power sting. The porker popper is just a different way to say power sting. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be. I mean, we can test it, but he's gonna be immune to that too. It's just like there's other bleeds in the game, but like if you're bleed immune, you're bleed to all the bleed. You're immune to all the bleeds. So there's different bleeds. I'm trying to think of another example. Like incinerates, like Nova Flames and incinerates are different. They're one's a passive and one is a. They're like very different. The icon as a debuff look different. I don't know. Maybe they're different, but I don't think they would be. It's not like Deadpool's thing. I just if nobody was immune to that power sting, then that would just be OP though. Because nobody would ever use anybody else but Ham in that sense. I think I'm gonna die here, guys. Like I don't have any way to like do damage. Oh, play. We just outdamaged him. Okay, good. Let's go try this real quick. Guys, quit. I think I only have the 4-star Dr. Bong. Let's go practice, and then do I have a 3-star pig? Let me see here. Do I have a 3-star pig? I don't even have a 3-star pig. Oh, no, I do. He's maxed out. Do I have a 2-star? I do. Let's see if I can apply a porker popper. Warlock should be fun. Ascendable champion. I'm gonna take him. That yeah, I do like Warlock is gonna be free to get too. I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty hard to get, but let's see. Yeah, he's immune to it. They're just called Porker Poppers just because it's kind of like how it's just part of his kit to just be funny, but they're not any different. What in the world? What is this? Oh, it's raids, but it says call. Okay, that's weird. This nice bug they have added. Oh, I am excited to see the raids chest. We should check that out after I get down at the arenas. I want to check out the raids chest. Good to know then, thanks. Yeah, you actually brought up a good idea with that, though. I would have never thought of that, and then you said that. So, it was good testing. Good testing. But it's like Nova Flame and Bleed, or Nova Flame and Incinerate are two different effects. They do kind of the same thing, but they work two different ways because one is called Nova Flame, one is called Incinerate. So you have to be immune to one or the other. Just like Frostbite and Cold Snap, they usually are part of the same kit, but you have to be immune. When you're immune to one, you're usually immune to the other. But like there's certain bleeds in the game that are just, they're called different, but they have the same debuff icon. Usually you can go by the icon, and that's how you can tell if they're the same type of debuff or not. Like the Porker Poppers, they have a different, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain, but hopefully you guys get the idea. Sorry, I'm not very good at explaining that. I don't think there's, like, is there a poison? I guess there's that poison that Toad has. If you're immune to poison, you're immune to that Toad poison. It's in the July 27th wall, like the Elder Box. Wait, the raids is next month, not this one? Well, that's stupid. Die. I've never done a raid in my life. Can you quickly explain the concept of them for me? You basically have three people in each path. You boost each other up by doing certain stuff in the fight, and then you just do mega damage. The bosses each have like 140 million health. You can only do 12% per fight, and then you die, and you have to go back in and do another 12% with a revive. But yeah, that's basically the way to sum it up. It's just a big boss that you work together. There's 4 bosses in a raid, and there's 3 people that work on each boss. Well, there's 4 bosses per path. There's 3 people each path, and then there's a backup. Well, not next month. It's whenever the next raid is, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Well, that's dumb. I was really excited to see the Elder Box. I'm sad now. Now I don't even want to do raids. Should you use any 3 stars over? Yeah. Use your 3 stars. Upgrade. Which 3 stars do you have? You want to upgrade 1 or 2, and then you just want to worry about 4 stars when you get them. Don't ever worry about 2 stars. I've done the early game many times, so I can get you through that pretty easy. In the late game, of course, I've done that many times too. But I want to watch you play. Like, I want to watch you play the game, and I just want to watch you open crystals. What's your predictions on Stellar Forge Doom's kit? I was thinking about this. It's going to be just like Thanos. Of course, there's going to be different concepts in his kit, but his kit's going to be very similar with Thanos, where he's going to have like Furies, he's going to have a little bit of regen, and he's going to have the capability to do short form, long form, and medium form. He's going to be able to do all content, and he's going to have a defensive kit. I will say, I don't know how he's going to work, just because he's been a Mystic, and like, I don't see how like the concept of Doom can be cosmic, because I really like the idea that he's like mystical and he can take all your buffs and stuff. Maybe he has like part of like I want to see something in his kit where it's like Rogue, where like he can just steal any buff off the opponent. Like a special one is like where he throws that aura at you, he just sucks all the buffs that you have and he like takes them for himself, and he like stores them and that makes him Doom buffs or something. That's just a very rough idea, but that'd be really really sick. I also want a special 3 to be just as sick as the special 3 is the Mystic form. Hope a special 3 is like you grab the character and you like pull out an imaginary spine from like that comic panel. What are your thoughts on Thor Ragnarok rework? I have a 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 champion planning on using him. He looks really good. Yeah, he is very good. He looks very good. That was another champion. Watching the deep dive, I thought he was very mid, but like watching gameplay on him, he looks very good. The fact that he has ability accuracy reduction makes him just that much better. So I would say that's not a bad idea to use a rank 4 on him. Got a lot from crystals. Well, name a few. Name a few characters, and we'll see if you have any good ones. Any 3-star max level is going to carry you pretty far through Act 3 at least. But you just want 1 or 2 max level 3 stars to carry you. You don't really care after that. Then you want like a couple max 4 stars. Like you basically want a couple max of each rank until you get to 6 stars, and then that's when you kind of start getting into meta ranks. But until then, it doesn't really matter as much. But yeah, I really like Thor Ragnarok's kit. I'm very happy with it. I'll take him to rank 4 and rank 5. Will you mind for sure? Because the A2 is kind of free, but might take a year. Oh yeah, for sure. It's going to take a little bit to get, but yeah, it's a free free Ascended 2. So why not take him up? I won't take him up yet, but he is on the list of champions, and I at least want to get up to a decent rank because I do know the Ascension is going to be pretty easy to get. It's just by watching Twitch streams. So like, why would you not take him up? Because it's a very easy way to get Ascension 2. I've been thinking about taking Lady Deathstrike up too. She's only at rank 2, but it'd be very, very fun. She's not the greatest, but I just like her playstyle. Like, I don't know, she's very satisfying to play. Let's see. Oh, you sent them to me. Iron Man, Wolverine. I would rank up Iron Man. Just focus on Iron Man. He's your best bet there. Or that Vision wouldn't be bad. That Vision is very good at nuking stuff. Show chat. Oh, hold on. I'll show him. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it won't like focus. I can't get it to focus, but like if you guys can see, that's Iron Man, that's Wolverine, that's Vision, that's Nova, that's Ebony Maw, that's Superior Iron Man, and then that's Omega Red. He also has Cyclops and Toad down there, but I would just focus on just rank up Iron Man, maybe rank up Vision, but those are just 3 stars. So once again, they don't really matter as much. You just want a 3-star that's very good at nuking stuff. So honestly, Vision. I would say Vision would probably be a better option. Because Vision, he has an easy play style. You just get close to the opponent. Original Pull Day Shield. I've been using her at rank 2. She's absolutely insane. I don't want to call her underrated because I know many people I think she's not underrated. She's very properly rated. I think she deserves the hype. What do you think is the most overrated champ? Personally, I think it's Jean or Sam. I don't know if we can be friends anymore. Jean and overrated in the same sentence. I Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. You know, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I do understand that, but Madeline Pryor, you can say whatever you want about her. I don't have that love for Madeline Pryor, but I don't know. But to answer your question, definitely not Jean. She's one of my favorite champions in the game, one of my favorite characters in Marvel, period. Uh, Same, clearly you haven't seen MSD Madison gameplay. She looks wild. You're tripping. No offense. I could see it just because her loop is very weird and there's no other champions like it. So I can see how she can be overrated because it is a very hard loop and it can be very impractical. I can see that. But like Jean, which I'm very biased because like I just said, she is one of my favorites. But Jean, she's just such a all around just great champion. Like she's great. She's good at everything. But overrated champion. For the longest time, it was Silk, but she kind of fell off the meta. I don't really care much for Silk. I've always been kind of a Silk hater. I recognize she is good. I just don't care that much. That might be a faded take, but I feel like Onslaught just... Jean is good, but I feel like Onslaught just does what she does, but better, and he's more versatile. Jean needs to be awakened to counter Purify, where Onslaught... Well, yeah, of course. Onslaught's broken. Onslaught, like, I don't compare anybody to Onslaught just because Onslaught is the guy. Like, you can't compare anybody to Onslaught. Onslaught's the guy. So if we're comparing to Onslaught, then yeah, everybody's just bad. But she's a very, very solid character. Like you said, she does have a lot of things that Onslaught has too. So I could see that, but I don't care. I love Jean. What about overrated is people actually compare them to like Onslaught or Nico. No, I know what you mean by overrated. Champions that are good, but they don't belong in the top category. So I can see... I've always said Silk. Silk has definitely fallen off. I don't hear much about Silk ever anymore. Another champion that's overrated. I don't know. I'm trying to think of meta champions. Who are meta? I think Yelena's a little overrated. She's a very good defender. I don't find her that great on attack, though. I think she's solid on attack, but nothing crazy. I've always thought Yelena is a little overrated, but she does have great prestige, too, so I can't see why she is good. I've always kind of thought Lizard was a little overrated. Just a little bit. Bastion, that's a good one. I do recognize Bastion is great, and I have come to love Bastion. But when he first got released, I thought he was one of the most overrated characters in the game. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of faded. But I didn't see the hype for Bastion. Now, watching him and playing with him a little bit, he is pretty great. But, like, Yelena is one that I find that's kind of overrated. She still is very great, of course. But, you know, she's not that great on attack. I mean, she is great on attack, but, like... There's just better attackers. Gladiator's champion. I haven't used in a while. I miss Gladiator. Lumatrix. That's what I was trying to think of. I was like, there's another skill champion, but just looking at Solvark. I think Lumatrix is probably one of the most overrated champions in the game, now that I think about it. That's the one that was on the tip of my tongue. I don't get the hype for Lumatrix at all. I do understand, like, I said he is a top 5 skill in the game, but, like, still. I don't feel the hype. I don't see it. I like Solvark, though. I always thought he was a little overrated, but using him more and more and more, he's very good. But what about the underrated side? That's a good question. Iron Man. I think is a very underrated character. Actually, I know he's my newest rank 5 or whatever. But with the Ascension, he's always been a little underrated. I always thought he was kind of underrated, but now with the Ascension and stuff, people are finally starting to see the power of Iron Man. I think his damage is so great, and he's a great defender just because he has so much health. And the fact with his armors and stuff, yeah, Iron Man's great. Let's see. I would have to look at my rank ups, and then I'd tell you. Howard the Duck is another one I find very underrated. I love Howard the Duck. Venom the Duck, too, I find very underrated. They're both great. Venom the Duck now is very great with the Relic. Mantis, Black Cat, or Guardian? Guardian, yes. Mantis and Black Cat, Black Cat's not, but Luma is great. What are you talking about? I think the best thing about Luma is that he doesn't need any buffs to work good. I feel like he's consistently at... I guess. I've just never used Luma. Never cared for him. I don't know. If I was to use Lumatrix, maybe I'd eat crow, but I just... He's whatever to me. Like, Arnim Zola is another one I find very overrated. He's a very, very overrated champion. I find on defense and attack. He's a very good defender, but there's so many counters nowadays that I don't think he's anything crazy. Plus, on attack, he's so difficult and kind of bad. So, like... Luma also has extremely easy ramp up. The ramp up is super hard to maintain. Hard to maintain or hard to lose? You just proven that he's overrated? Nah, fine, chicken. We're just messing with you. But, yeah, I've also never gave Luma the time of day. So, that could be an issue. I figured you meant hard to lose, but I was going to say, super hard to maintain doesn't really help your point at all. But I was giving you the benefit of the doubt you meant hard to lose. I kind of see your side of the story. It's not even that. Hitmonkey is one of my... Hitmonkey, the most underrated champion in the game. Hitmonkey is one of my goats. Hitmonkey's like in my like top 10 of just my favorite characters in the game. I love Hitmonkey. He does not get enough praise for how good he is. But Hitmonkey is kind of a boring champion to play. I don't find that playstyle boring, necessarily, just the big crits or whatever. I just find Lumatrix just... I don't know. I've always been kind of a Lumatrix hater, I guess. Bro. Dude, he never wanted to throw it, and he finally threw it. Dude! I hate Arnim. I was just talking about how overrated he is, and he pulls some bullcrap like this. Wolverine, good or bad? He's not the greatest. For your rank, anybody's good, but, like, Wolverine's not the craziest. I would say rank up that Vision. Vision will make you... You'll cook through the game pretty easy. But, God, this... Arnim Zola has such a bad AI. That's what makes him good on defense. Maybe I'm proving your guys' point. Yeah. Yeah, you kind of want help in your case there by saying his ramp is hard to maintain. You know, this champion's very great. His ramp is so hard to maintain, but he's very, very good. If I said this to Nick136, though, I said Lumatrix is very overrated, probably wouldn't fly. I'd probably get crucified. This has been a good conversation, though. You guys have been cooking with chat today. Like, I forgot I could do this all day. Just sit here and play arenas and talk about stuff. Like, when chat's not chatting, it's kind of boring to play arenas. But, like, right now, I haven't even, like, comprehended that I'm playing arenas. I've just been actively just playing. Hope they make a challenge for all the Civil 4 champions, like make it where you have to explore the entire Necro. That'd be a cool way to get Doom Ascended. Yeah, there'll be challenges. It won't be Necro though. They're gonna have a new big content by the end of the year for sure. Yeah, Nick's a fellow Lumitrix defender, that's for sure. Yeah, rank 5 Lumitrix. But yeah, Necro won't. If that's still the biggest Everest content in the game, I think they've done something wrong because I think Everest content, like a lot of people's favorite content is the Everest content. Like casual players, maybe not, but a lot of streamers, that's their favorite content. It brings the most viewership watching Everest content just because it takes so long, so you get an active live stream. So yeah, if they don't have a new Everest content style fight by the end of the year, they've done something wrong, in my opinion. Hey, why are you? Look what he's chewing on. I got him Mandalorian Grogu, like, dog toys. He sits here and chews on this thing all day long. Actually, I didn't get him. My girlfriend got him. Because I love Star Wars. But Sam Necro is going to be outdated by then. But I could see for that challenge. Yeah, that would be cool. But they're just going to add another. We haven't had one since 2023. 2023 was the last time we had Everest style content. We haven't had a big, like, there has been Everest style, like, in-game content, but there isn't just, like, I'm expecting 10 million health pool fights, and it's literally just long fights. But there could be annoying nodes like Necro. I hated Necro, though. I really don't like Necro at all. I don't know why either. I just didn't like it. Like Abyss, I find Abyss pretty fun. I would love to see Aegon. Yeah, they're gonna add Aegon. That's another champion that I could see them adding soon. Definitely with an event like that, it'd probably be like a realm event where if you use certain champions and get certain fights down, you work towards Aegon for a 7-star. Aegon would have to be released in like a realm community event though. I don't see them releasing him in a box or something. All right, one more set of fights and we are done with this arena. Oh yeah, he'd definitely be good, but like it would be fun. Like a 7-star Aegon would be a fun champion because you're only ever going to use him in those high health form fights. You're never going to take him into battlegrounds. He's never going to be a defender in battlegrounds. Like he's only going to be that. So that'd just be so fun. That's the only time I've ever used my 6-star Aegon is literally Necropolis. Like I've never used him anywhere else. He would be a little OP, but it's fine. Aegon is actually pretty healthy for the game right now because he only works... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be just a very great... That's stuff that we need. We don't need champions that are two-way champions that do everything in the game like Onslaught. We need just champions that do certain stuff. Like, Aegon would be so fun to launch right before... He would have to be in like a realm event or a side quest or something, kind of like how Rhino was. But it would be so fun to have him launch for everybody for free just by grinding the game before a big Everest style came out. Well, there we go. This arena is finally done. This 12 million one always takes a little longer. Claim all these. Hey, we got Wave. I don't think I haven't got Wave yet. She'll be a 4-star. So that's good for my collectives. Good for the collectives. Actually, I was pretty darn close with the Science Collective. I might have just ranked it up. Or maybe it wasn't Science. Maybe it was something else. No. I'm so close on all these collectives besides Cosmic. I'm so far ahead on Cosmic, but everybody else I'm just so close to. What do I get for getting rank 20? Rank 20. I get. Oh, yeah, I want the icons, dude. They're emotes, though. I wish they were profile pictures. Do you pop the battle chips or do you save them? I've just been saving them. I don't think I've popped any since I. Yeah, I have 196. Last year I had like 1 million or something, 2 million before banquet. I popped them all, but yeah, I'll just save them. There's no reason to pop them because like all that stuff is either going to go into overflow or I'm just going to have on my account anyways. So just saving them because they're never going to go anywhere. So I always save my battle chips just right before an event. Well then, that's that arena done. Oh, it's time of the week. Oh, we got Sigil Witch the other day. I finally got enough tokens to get Sigil Witch. I thought it was pretty cool. I've been saving up these tokens for literally ever. Like, since I had this account, and I finally got enough for Sigil Witch. Never going to use her, but it's good for collectives, of course. Because I don't know how many 7 stars I'm missing, but it's very few. Yeah, 31. I don't think any of them are in the base pool. Oh, Archangel's already. Oh, that's cool. Are any of these characters in the base pool? They're not. No, they're not. And then the Titan, I'm missing none from the Titan. So, like, I literally can't get any of these characters unless I open a Loyalty Crystal, which I want Mordo from the Loyalty. I'm missing Angela and Mordo. So those are the only crystal or champions I can get from crystals. Everybody else is event-based champions. That's pretty cool. Missing 31. I would love to pop a loyalty crystal, but I literally only get the duck. So like, there'd be no point. You know what? I'm close to it. Let's just pop one. Break it. I would love to get Mordo here. That's literally the only one I want. I don't care about anything else from this crystal. If I don't get Mordo here, it's a bust. If I get the duck, it's a very big bust. I've literally pulled... I don't know if I ever told this, but I think my duck was 140 or 160 without any 6 stones. He was SIG 160 without any 6 stones because I've pulled him from this crystal that many times. And, of course, other events probably, but... Give me Mordo. When the updated store coming... Because not sounding like blubbery well, but I have a bunch of... Yeah, it'll come in a couple months. They're just slowly going to kind of get rid of loyalty in the next couple months. And then there'll be no other currency besides Radiance and Mysterium. Or whatever it's called. Essential. Mordo! Dude, Arcus! This dude also, I've never put a single SIG into him. He's like SIG 140 or 160. Or 120, sorry. Still... Dude, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, it's only him, or it's only the duck. It's so aggravating. It's so annoying. I want more now. With the new champs, I think we're going to buy, and right tickets in the crystals, I think all I'm going to buy is, oh, yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. Let's check the Titans. I have 11 Titans, and then I have a Nexus. I have some crystals. No, I mean like the loyalty from the Summer's Market. Like the stuff you get when you make purchases. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they kind of got rid of everything with that, too. So I don't really know. Let's just pop these 7 stars. We might as well. We're on stream. Are those both SIG 200s? I mean, that's best we could have got there, actually. And we'll pop this Nexus, and then we'll probably call it a stream. I'm saving everything else just for a big opening. Basic 7 stars aren't as cool to open anymore. Wow. Guess we're getting more guillotine SIGs. That's pretty cool to see the Ascension 2. No. 6,200. How close am I to another box? I have 2 accounts on main. I have about 23 with 4 nexus on my mini. Wow. Oh yeah, that gave me another Titan. See, I knew I did that for a reason. Now we have 13 Titans. We also have a bunch. I've been saving up these. I'm really hyped to open these up because you have a chance of getting a greater empowered. I know it's not going to happen, but it'd be so cool if I did. But we'll have a big opening with that Titan update next week. Yeah, I have all those just for collecting. I was hoping they were going to have... I love collecting all the profile pictures. I'm just kind of looking for something to do. I don't want to end it. I'm kind of enjoying talking to you guys, but... I already got that. How many do I have? 6? I guess we can open these other Valiants. We might as well. Let's just pop all these Valiant crystals. We got nothing better to do. And I'll just make the opening more clean. It'll just be just the Titan. Oh wow, all max SIGs. Okay. It'll just be the Titan. So let's open all these Valiant crystals and we'll call it a day. Is there a null profile picture? I'm buying it even if it's 20k. I don't know. Have you been collecting the observance, Tanner? How many do you have so far? I think the max is like 49. Yeah, I should have the max, whatever that is. I'll check after this. Let's pop these. 7-star would be cool. Don't expect one. Yeah. Oh, 1 6-star. Woo! Yay. W Valiant crystals. That's why I was saying these, because they're just about useless. But, you know, we're on stream. We got nothing better to do than pop crystals. Wow. 2 6-stars and 18 5-stars out of 20 Valiant crystals. I'm glad these Valiant crystals are no longer a thing for me. Wow, those were so great. I can't wait to pop 24 of these Pump It Up crystals. Those were terrible. I don't even know how I had 26. I don't remember ever getting them, but here we go. Come on. Greater Ascension Crystal. That'd be so sick. Hey, 2 new champions. I'm gladly, I'll happily take that actually. They're not gonna help me collectives or anything, but I love having new champions, so I'm glad with that. I'm okay. I would love to see. Got so lucky from them one time, and I've got nothing. Oh yeah, the crystals. You don't have a good roster for the 4-star arena. I have like 100 4-stars, but I did it the other day on stream. I didn't even get halfway through there with 100 maxed out 4-stars. I think you have to have like every 4-star in the game maxed out. It's kind of wicked. And that was like boosting when I could too, like boosting, giving them champions boosts and stuff. Am I not gonna pull one? I saved all these for no reason. That sucks, dude. All month I've been saving these crystals just because I wanted to have a big opening of them. Just because I saw you have a chance of getting that thing and I got nothing. My luck has been terrible today. It's been terrible. Well, that's all I'm going to open. I don't have any. Have you gotten a 7-star Nexus from the Valiants? Yes, like once or twice. Very, very few times. It's shocked me every time it's happened, but I would actually say I get pretty lucky with crystals. For the 4-star, I personally divide it into 3 sets. What do you mean? But yeah, 4 stars, rank 5, 106. And then I have like 70 ascended. Yeah. But this only got me like halfway through. What's up, Koosh? This roster only got me halfway through. Do I have stuff in the overflow? I don't. Okay. This only got me halfway through all the stuff. I've been slowly upgrading my 4 stars like throughout the last few months because of that arena, but my goal is to have 200 at one point. That'd be sick. I want them all, but of course I don't have many 3 stars though. Looking forward to your next stream. Yeah, that kind of sucks, Coach. I'm gonna end the stream here soon. I don't really got much else to do. and I'm kind of burnt out of arenas. I don't want to play with 4 stars, that is. So I'm probably gonna hit up my brother and watch him play some MCOC because he was starting the game. I gotta do 2 more quests at 9.2, and I didn't have 9.2 100%. I know Doom gonna be annoying, but I get North Stars. I'm gonna take him to rank 2 before. Oh, North Star. Yeah. North Star is very good for that Doom. I will say though, I found that just using like champs that have a double combo medium is enough. Like North Star almost has too many hits that where you don't have enough until the end of the fight. As I have 120. Okay, I got you. Oh, you switch it up into multiple runs. Random thought, but I found it so scary that there is a skill relic that makes bleeds better. Doesn't Black Panther do that? What does Black Panthers do then? Oh, just cruelty? Huh. Yeah, and then there's a... I think it's because there is a Venom relic. I got Quicksilver also. He'd be just fine for that. I think because there is just a Venom relic. The GOAT Venom relic. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, though. We've been streaming for an hour and 45 minutes. It's been a fun stream. You guys made it a blast. Anytime I stream like this, if you guys are in chat, please say something, talk. Keeps the energy up, and I get to talk to you guys, so feel free to talk. Of course, you don't have to, but it is nice. 3,400 units, July 4th soon. Probably won't have enough units to max it out, but it'd be pretty sick if we did. Alright, I'm going to end the stream here, guys. Thank you all so much for coming out and supporting. I know I haven't streamed and haven't been as consistent. Also, one more time, this shirt's just absolutely fire. I love it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, guys. Thank you all so much for the love and support. Like, subscribe, do all that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Wait.